Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button, a junk journal, a slow stitch. I do that as sustainably as possible. And today it is a junk journal video, and we're going to talk about what is a junk journal and what are the essentials for making a junk journal. It's not a big long list of things, I promise you. So I'm going to tell the story of what a junk journal is through these 5 junk journals, and I'm going to do a rough flip through of all of them, and I'm going to land on this one because this one definitely has just the essentials in it. So this is my what is a junk journal, and it has lots of junk, and I go through, there's like envelopes, there's things I've stamped, there's things I've handwritten, there's things out of books, there are things from magazines, and it's just a way for you to make art. There's odd bits of printables. There's some paint, in fact there's some of the same paint we've used in that journal, so really basic things. I think the most exciting thing that I used in this journal is metallic paint and a white gel pen. Everything else is really basic. And so this is my what is a junk journal. And basically what this junk journal says is it's a place to tell your story. So it's just a place that you make art just for you, and each piece of art or just a place to ponder, process your thoughts. And that for me, junk journaling is about reducing, reusing, repurposing, recycling. We're making art from waste. So I know this is fabric from a sample book that would have gone into the landfill. It's made from cardboard, like cardboard box cardboard, and lots of just waste paper. There's even like old tea bags. I mean, posh old tea bags, but even old tea bag cases or packets. So there's that. Then I have other ones where I've just used my scraps up and bits out of magazines. These are what normally you might think is not exciting, but black and white images from old children's books that when you snip them out and make them into little people, you can make them into little fairies. Then they become very interesting, or I think so anyway. It's amazing what you can do. This is just with bits from magazines. Napkins, there are some napkins glued into book pages here. Just really simple things, nothing from an expensive craft store and nothing from Amazon. This is just really simple things. Making something colourful, making something that I think, well, it's certainly worthy to put on my bookshelves because it expresses a time in my life where I was expressing myself. But I love this quote. I used it in Junk Journal July as well. So that the purpose of art, so the purpose of your art, if you want to make a junk journal, is washing the dust of daily life from our souls. It's my pondering place, a repository for thoughts and emotions, even if it isn't articulated in words. It can be done in a picture. So we have that. Very simple things. This has been made from a paper bag. It's a sewn signature, but you could do this and not sew it at the same time. So there's that. Then there are these two. These two are, well, this one was the first one. This was 1 day's worth of waste, paper waste. And I allowed myself stamp and inks, so there's lots of stamping in this, and some fabric and thread. And then everything else came from a coffee cup and its holder, an envelope that came through the post, a box that was in the envelope that came through the post, and then just waste from the waste paper bin, and one magazine. It's junk. I made it into a book. I expressed myself. Is something I would be happy for other people to look through. There's no real talent, it's just cutting things out, stamping things, cutting things out, and arranging things until I think it's pleasing, and then sticking it down. There are things that I can pull out that way, so it's a bit interactive. Made the models in the magazine into paper dolls, paper fairies. These were statues, they've been sprinkled out. Other pieces of art. So You can make a junk journal out of junk. This is very similar. I allowed myself to be a bit more mixed media with this. So there is paint, there's acrylic paint, more of the stamping. But this is just, I think this is 2 magazines and a sweet box and my stamps. And to build up my stash of things so that I can make things like this, I concentrate on things that I can use again and again and again. So that's ink and stamps. But you don't even need that, because the next journal will demonstrate you don't even need that. Choosing the words carefully from the magazines. Again, it's interactive. That's Ely Cathedral. It's very, very, very old. And very beautiful. More bits. There's a dog barking outside. Still, like, abundance. 1 magazine. Abundance. All kinds of things. It's fantastic. So, this is a book I have made from one book that I got for free from a free library. I took some images. The book was about jazz. And then I allowed myself a magazine that came through my front door. It was junk mail. It was from a local garden centre. So that's where these types of things are from. So everything else is from the book, the magazine. I've used 1 paint palette. That's a really cheap paint palette, so not the nice one I've been using for Junk Journal July if you've been watching me then. And a box of Crayola crayons. And 1 black ballpoint pen. That's all I've used. It's just been how you use the supplies. So I've used a number of like flicking techniques. I've written in with that black ballpoint pen. I've used the crayons in lots of different ways. I've used bits of the magazines like washi tape. The book had lots of really good photographs and it had ephemera, so I really landed on well. It's not perfect. You can see how my pages got misaligned. It's because it's just bound with some twine. But you know what? I don't care. I don't mind. So, this is a true junk journal made from paper I found for free. The colour is children's crayons and cheap watercolour and a black ballpoint pen. We don't need all the stuff. You don't need all the stuff. You just need time and practice and not a dog barking in the background, but we're going to keep going. All my windows are open because it's really warm still in the UK. Well, in my little corner of it anyway. But look, bits from the magazine offset bits from the book. Not even a lot of paint on this page. Just a bit of crayon, bit of ballpoint pen. Using brown paper as well, you know, that you get from all those packages, as well as the book to make the thing. I made this in June, so look, heat wave. 35 to 37 degrees Celsius. It's not quite that hot, but it's very muggy. We're obsessed with the weather here. When it's come to the ephemera out of this black and white book, I just washed it in my watercolour and got some tissue paper and wiped it back off. And so that I found that I could dye the paper. When you have limited supplies, you get really creative. Sometimes I like to do these kinds of challenges because that's what it does for me. It gives me a scope to stretch my creative legs, really. Bits from the magazine, just colour coordinating with a crayon. Again, I've dyed the lovely lady's headband. Just painting. Just get in there, paint some grids. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just a simple image from the garden centre catalogue. Again, dyeing that paper so that the lights look yellow. Dyeing more ephemera. This is all black and white paper, just using that cheap watercolour. You can see here I've just done elements out of some of the images and left some of the edges still black and white. and I've put that they're superstars because they did look like superstars. Made little envelopes out of the book pages, made tags out of the book pages, stuffed it with like just the flowers. I mean, I could go in and just glue that there and that would look really effective. So many things. Bits of ephemera that's come out of the book, bits out of the catalogue. To make art, I only need my imagination. Setting myself challenges like this, like I said, they really stretch my artistic legs. So even if you do have all the stuff, I set you the challenge of making something with very minimal. Just like literally this was one cheap palette of watercolour, one box of Crayola crayons and a ballpoint pen. Obviously I had a glue stick as well. I minimally used the scissors, so like I just did straight cutting. I did some fussy cutting, but I tried to keep that as a minimal. Doesn't she look beautiful? Again, dyeing it. I even used different colours so that the background's like kind of different colours. And then her beautiful green dress. Look at these three dapper gents. It's that same dyeing technique. I really like this journal. Look at him. How handsome is he? Using the images when I'm folding and making the envelope. Put more bits and pieces from that magazine in there so that there's things to dig in. When you find like advertisements that have these wonderful sayings, live life your way, and you know, it's like, oh, he looks like somebody who lives his life his own way. More simple painting techniques. More bits of ephemera. This is all from that book. Using the magazine images. Look at her with a butterfly hat and her pink hair. These gents have become tags. The pocket, I dyed it kind of with that paint technique again, and then I kind of glue the magazine over to make it look different. I did the same thing with the envelope so that the ephemera looks nice. You can make really, really quality things. So this is a saying that my mum used to say to us when we were children. Necessity is the mother of invention. And I actually think that that's what drives my creativity, is if I think I can make something out of nothing, oh, I love it. It's like my favourite thing to do. So I've made my own logo just by finding words out of the magazine. More painty pages. Look at him, he looks like he's lived a life, doesn't he? Again, dyeing those painty pages, using elements, they're just advertisements for pillows. They just look wonderful. Framing things with that black ballpoint pen. Done that here as well, just grounds things. Doesn't have to be all of the stuff. You don't need all the inks. Don't need all the paints. Look at him, he's so dapper. Handsome chappy. With the kind of really muted greens and the peaches in the background, and then finding the flowers that were similar. Ephemera. But if I didn't have that, I could just literally write, just do lots and lots of writing. I'll find an old notebook and just tear it up. It's amazing what that looks like, just torn down. Again, using that writing like that. It's important to retain a sense of play. So being, allowing yourself to make things with minimal things, that necessity driving the creation, and also not taking it too seriously. It's only paper. You'd be amazed how many things you make. And think, if I don't like it, I'll put it in the bin. It's no pressure. So, junk journal essentials. Clean food boxes, old books, magazines, fabric, ribbon, string, thread, scissors, glue, paint, really simple paint, doesn't have to be like expensive or all the things. You can build that up, but you can start today. crayons, pencils, ballpoint pen. You don't need all the stuff to make beautiful things. You can make beautiful things just by having an eye, finding something that you know you can use, thinking, how can I change that? How can I make it my own? And you too can make beautiful things from very, very little. I think she's amazing. I think she might become the thumbnail, because we can jazz up our junk with minimal supplies. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching me. Hit that like and all of the other things that help my little channel grow. We are going to have a different schedule now. Junk Journal July is out of the way. It's going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays. It'll either be a junk journal or a slow stitch video. We'll have lives as well sprinkled throughout the month. So hit that bell so that you don't miss out on anything. All right then, everyone. I look forward to talking to you in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.